I grew up in Boston, right down the street from Fenway Park. My parents came over to this country a year before I was born from Ireland. My dad was a laborer, and we grew up, I'd say looking back on it now, relatively poor. I was not involved in scouting. I had looked at getting into it, and it was cost prohibitive at the time for buying the equipment and going to the meetings and that kind of thing for our family. But I had friends who were in it and became familiar with it, and was impressed with what scouting offered a young person as far as giving them hope, giving them a vision for the future, and really kind of a game plan through the structured system they have for how to be able to lead a good life.
Police Chief Jim McDonnell began his law enforcement career in 1981 as a 21-year-old graduate from the Los Angeles Police Academy.
Once I had set my sights on becoming a police officer, I had focused on the Boston PD. And to my dismay, they laid off 25% of the police department due to a tax-cutting measure back in 1980. And at that time, my worldview was pretty small, and I had never considered going outside of the New England area to look for employment. But that kind of forced me out of my comfort zone, and looking back at it now, it was a blessing. So I looked around the country where there was opportunity, where there were jobs and a good reputation, and LA had both at the time. And never thought I'd get on the job, but came out, gave it my best shot, and was successful.
Over nearly 3 decades, he held every rank in the LAPD, including First Assistant Chief and Second in Command to Police Chief Bill Bratton.
I'm involved in a number of boards, and many of them, if not most of them, deal directly with kids and developing our youth for tomorrow, particularly as it relates to leadership, life skills. I've been involved for many years with the Hollenbeck Pell program in Boyle Heights area, with the Optimist Youth Home in Northeast LA, with a number of different entities within the Long Beach community as well. And kind of the whole idea is looking to reach out to kids and be able to say that, I'll give you as best I can my insight into developing hope, a vision for what you can be tomorrow, and then a game plan on how to get there. I look at scouting as a tremendous opportunity for a young person to be able to engage in something bigger than themselves, to be able to focus on things that are fun, but things that are useful later in life. And I've known a number of kids and participated in their Eagle Scout programs. And in looking at the amount of work it goes into achieving what they do achieve, and really what a select group that puts them into, and really kind of sets them up for a great future. I think scouting is a tremendous opportunity for young people to get involved in and to be able to learn life skills that they may not get otherwise.
Since March of 2010, Jim McDonnell has served as Chief of Police for the City of Long Beach.
In the Long Beach PD here, we are very hands-on in the hiring process, and we look for a lot of the things that scouts value in a person. The citizenship, the leading a good life, leading a relatively pure life, I guess, if you would, being athletic, being well-rounded, being studious, and basically being a good person. And those are the kind of things that in policing, or really in any profession, that we're all looking for in society. I'm truly honored to be receiving the Distinguished Citizen Good Scout Award from the Boy Scouts of America. I'm joined here by a great partner, Mike DeRee, and a good friend, somebody that we've had the occasion to work now for 4 years here in Long Beach together on the public safety equation. And so I'm honored to be standing here with him. But I look at what that means, and to me it's a great honor because it means we're trying to give back to kids. We're trying to set kids on the right track. And in policing, you have the opportunity too often to see kids who weren't on the right track, didn't have the advantage of having somebody in their life to be able to direct them in the right way. And too often we see the cycle of violence, the cycle of dysfunction continue from generation to generation. And I think if more kids had opportunities to be involved in scouting or other youth programs where they have at least one adult in their life who is giving them counsel, who is steering them in the right direction, then it really changes everything. So I'm thankful to the work that the Boy Scouts of America are doing and have been doing for so many years.
Chief McDonnell and his wife Kathy raised their daughters Kelly and Megan in Long Beach. Both girls are now in college, and Jim and Kathy continue to work with numerous nonprofit organizations that focus on furthering the interests of youth.